most of Taiwanese are scaring for talking to foreigners, but because they are thinking their English isn't good enough or something, can conversation with foreigners.
Yeah.
They scared they can't understand what you are talking about. But actually, if you can
just keep going. Yeah. If you can just try and just start talking,
say something, they might understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because if you just state it like they will feel more embarrassing.
Yeah.
And you have to talk the first word to.
Yeah, it's like it's easy to say that, but for me, like I struggle to speak Chinese, right?
Yep.
I'm telling all my students, don't be scared, be confident, speak. But when I face local people, like I don't know what to say, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you can understand the idea, but to get yourself to just try, right? And just say something.
That is not your mother language.
Yeah.
Right.
So I understand it's really difficult, but you're saying that just try, just talk, and just don't worry about how it comes out, right?
Yeah. Don't just like whole thinking I gonna make my sentence perfect or something. Just let the other people know what you're talking about.
Right.
That's okay. And how about you? How about you right now?
I'm trying to do what I tell my students. I'm trying to talk more. I'm trying to have conversations. But I really understand this. Like when I talk to somebody in Chinese and they look at me, sometimes they're nervous because they worry that they won't understand me. And I'm nervous. And then because we're both nervous, like our brain shuts down and we don't understand each other. But if I can just like be happy, right? I love people. I love communicating, and I will just talk to them. And if they don't understand me, I won't feel like rejection or I made a mistake. Just try something else. Try and say it a different way. Use body language and just do anything I can to communicate something, right? I think part of me, like I grew up where I always want to be perfect. I don't want to make mistakes. And
it's not that important.
I've got to turn that off. Yeah, it's not a big deal, right?
Yep.
If I talk to you and I make a mistake or you don't understand me, so what? We try again, right?
Yeah, most of parents wanted their kids get a very great score, but actually I think communicating with foreigners is more important than score.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree, and I think like if you regularly have conversations, and in the beginning you say it's fine if I make mistakes, but if you do that regularly, then I just heard my voice in the background. I can still hear my voice in the background. If you do it, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. If you regularly talk, in the beginning you will make many mistakes, but if you do that over time, maybe that's the best way to eventually get a good score. You know, so I don't want to say score is not important. Like score is important because you need to get into a college one day, right?
Communicate with the other people, that's more important.
Yeah, and if you communicate with other people all the time, I think it's going to improve your English. If you take time to listen to English and you use English, over time, my students end up getting a great score by communicating, by using it badly in the beginning, and over time it just gets better and better.
Your brain will try to make the sentence right or something like that.
Yeah. What's next? Do you want to talk about photography or how you started taking photos?
Taking photos? Oh, that's quite interesting score. And because when I was in elementary school, I was a little kid, and our school built a butterfly, and there's many plants, butterflies, and I saw the teacher was taking picture, and I saw, wow, the camera can make the things beautiful and keep it, and I tried to, wow, maybe I can do that. So I borrowed a camera from my mother. So that's my first, like a Sony, very simple camera. So I started shooting everywhere, like butterflies, any of plants, people, or something. And when I grows up year for year, and I realizing I got a higher technique to take photos. So I bought a digital camera, and then now I bought a very regular Canon camera. So I shooting everywhere, like military airplane or flowers, bottles, anything I like, because I enjoy when I'm shooting, like nobody can annoys me. Yeah. I enjoy that feel.
That's an interesting point, Riley. If you do something that you love, in that moment you're completely focused on that thing and you forget about pressure, you forget about everything else, and you're kind of like in that moment, right?
Yeah, and I got many new friends. I post my picture on Instagram, and I to know many of friends, and even how to say that?
I don't know.
Even the little kids
Oh,
probably can shoot better than me. I feel surprised because maybe the important is they have more expensive equipment or something. Their technique already better than our.
right.
So it's very impressive because wow, just a little kid and
Yeah.
it can shoot that beautiful and
Yeah, but like I will look at your photographs and think like, wow, like you're a young guy and you're taking much better photos than I can, right? And there's always people who are better and people who are worse, right?
Yeah.
And like if you worried that maybe yours is not good as some other people, then you don't share it, right?
Yeah.
But like there are people who look at your photographs and feel inspired by what you do, right? And even like the whole English conversation thing. Every student I have a conversation with, maybe there are different levels, but there's a bunch of people out there at a similar level, and they can learn from you, and they're kind of inspired by you.
yeah, everyone has his style. Like most people like cold, they don't like nature picture. They think they're gonna put their face very wide or something like that. But I think the picture is most nature is better.
Yeah.
Because I think if you do too many things to the picture, it will break it.
Okay, so just a natural picture. You just take it as it is. You don't change it or edit
If
it
there's
too
something
much.
wrong with the picture, maybe just change it a little bit, but keep that feel.
Okay,
the
so
picture
the picture is natural, not
Yeah.
too changed. I thought maybe you meant take a picture of nature, like butterflies or flowers. But you're saying you want your picture to look natural.
look natural.
Okay.
Don't like don't edit too much.
Yeah.
Because they will feel unnatural and people say, it has been edited. I want people to look my picture. They feel, wow, is the real original picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is exactly like the video we're making now, is that I want people to see real conversations. We could write a script and we could practice and we could do a perfect speech, right? But I don't think that's what people need when they're learning. So we're like, this is like a photograph. Is we taking a video of a real conversation, and if we make a mistake, if we get stuck, that's fine. We want to show that because that's part of the process, right?
They can improve by this video or something.
Yeah.
They probably communicated with foreigners. They will feel nervous, maybe like me, I was stuck or something like that. But they probably can get some of improve from this video.
Yeah. I agree. Back to the photos. So you say when you started, you were inspired by a teacher at school taking photos.
Yes.
How good were those photographs? Were they like very high quality, or they just looked beautiful to you at the time?
I think just the camera can keep the most beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So I think, wow, if I use these tools, I can keep many beautiful things.
Right.
So I don't have to, if I forgot, that's gone. But I keep in camera, I look at, I will remind it.
Yeah. So it's the idea that a camera can capture a moment, and you can keep that forever. And sometimes the picture quality isn't perfect, but you still catch that memory, that beautiful thing, right?
Is if you remind in your mind, if you forgot, that's gone.
Yeah.
But if you have a picture, you might can remind that.
Yeah.
You will feel, wow, that's a good time when I'm taking this picture. Or you can think more. Don't just like the picture.
Like if your teacher hadn't taken those photos of the butterflies, maybe you wouldn't have fallen in love with photography, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't need like world-class photographs to inspire you. It's just a teacher just took photos of something that you were doing at school.
Yeah, very simple reason.
Yeah, but that simple thing is like a spark that maybe changes your life, right? And gets you focused onto something that you really love and care about.
Yeah, because if I take pictures, I can travel around and see many different things, see many different people. Yeah. You can share what you are taking pictures. They can share their technique with you, so you can improve by meeting many friends.
Yeah. When did you first start to share your photos online? 'Cause you said that originally you had a simple camera.
Yep.
Did you share those photos with other people?
I shared my photo when I got my Facebook account.
Okay.
It's about maybe third grade or fourth grade. So I post something
Elementary school.
Yep.
Wow.
So I post them on, though the quality is quite bad, but I got an Instagram account. I post I think it's probably good picture on about 2 years ago. I started post my pictures or something and got many people like me. So I feel, wow, my picture is, wow, a lot of people like my pictures. So I get successful from I share my picture to the other people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When you say you posted your original photos on Facebook and maybe they weren't perfect, they weren't great.
Yeah.
Did you feel nervous to post that first photograph?
Of course.
Yes.
I worry that somebody don't like it. they could be let me feel very embarrassing or something. Yeah. So I'm afraid. When I post my first picture on Instagram, I was nervous. I'm thinking, God damn it, anything don't like it or something. Yeah. But after quite a long time, I got already 600 or near 700 fans now.
Wow.
I feel, wow, my picture, just a very simple, very original picture that many people like it.
Yeah.
And I really got many new friends. So I took pictures with them. They can share our experience. Yeah. That's really a happy
That's really
thing.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in the part where when you begin doing anything, maybe you're not great at it, right? And when you decide, okay, I'm taking photographs, they're not great, but I want to share them with people. How do you have the confidence to post your first Facebook photograph, right? You know it's not great. You know some people are going to maybe say something bad about it. How do you find the confidence to post it? You take a photo as the best you can and you post it online. You know it's not perfect, but you choose just to start sharing. How do you have the confidence to start? Or
I think people who like it, he will come here and they can know my picture. What am I doing? The bad people, just forget it.
Yeah.
They don't like your picture. One things have two different kinds of thinking way. Like millions people have millions thinking way. So it doesn't matter. Like someone love your picture, that's enough.
Okay, that's good. I think there are a lot of people who want to do something and they're waiting until they're good enough before they share it, right? But you just started sharing quite early. As soon as you had your Facebook account, you just started sharing, right?
Yeah.
And if you begin, and even if you do it badly at first, by doing it and sharing it, it begins a process where you get some feedback. Some people like it. It encourages you. And so like you kind of, I love the idea of start. If you care about something, if you want to do something, just start, even if you do it
just
badly.
try it. Just try it.
And once you start, then you begin to learn from every action you take and you improve over time. Yeah. So it's really important to, I'm so proud of you that you started and you did it even if it wasn't great in the beginning. But because you started and took the first photo and shared it, then you took the second one and you gradually make progress, right?
Yeah.
And it's actually doing it, sharing it, begins that process of learning and becoming great.
Yeah, if I post my picture to some of photographic group or some of social community, and many people like he will teach you like, oh, you can get a higher angle or you can make the color more bright or something. You can actually learn lots of things when they feedback to you.
It's very important, right?
It's quite a learning way, more than books or online or something. They can give you some of great recommend.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes like you might get feedback that's negative, but sometimes that negative feedback can teach you something, right?
Yeah.
How do you ever had some people that are like really negative and say things that are discouraging, or not really?
Not really. I didn't
Most people are kind of positive, and most people are helpful.
Yeah, someone even helped me say, hey, you can send me your picture, and he will help me cut my picture or coloring my picture or something.
Do some editing.
Yeah, so I feel wow, someone wanna give me a hand and then help me make my picture better.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That is
it's
cool.
quite a magic experience.
Yeah.
Right?
But when you started, did you realize that by taking photos, sharing photos, that you're going to build kind of a community and you're going to make friends and you're going to learn from other people? Did you realize that when you started? Or you just start sharing photographs and it kind of just happened by itself?
Someone let me into their group and say, oh, there's a new guy in there, so everyone just teach him like the best you can. Just teach him.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm just a new guy on Instagram, so many people start teaching me how to edit this one. Maybe you can cut like this, it will be better, or something like that. So it's wow. I like many people will give me a hand, like let me feel very warm, like the world have many people can help me like that.
That is so special.
Yeah, it's without the school, without the book, nothing can teach you.
Yeah. Yeah, like normally, like the whole idea of school is that you have an expert standing at the front teaching you, right? But you're just sitting there listening. But if you want to learn photography and you start taking photos and you join a group, everybody in that group can be like a teacher, right? But you're doing something you care about, and there's a bunch of people at different levels, and they all can give you advice with what you're doing right now, right? It's really like such a great way to learn.
Yeah, so it's like school is just like an expert and tell you this, what is that. That's the basic knowledge. But the other things you have you're interesting or something, you have to find the other people. They might can teach you better. Yeah, anyone can be your teacher, right?
Right, I agree. Do you find that you help some people now? Are there some people that you will give advice to?
Yeah, I do have like new people to add in our group or something. We do have give them some advice or something.
That's cool. Yeah. Okay, what else do you want to talk about? I really think the whole photography thing is interesting, but it doesn't have to be photography. It can be any hobby, right? If you love to do something and you just start and you share it with more people, then you have the chance for other people to give you advice.
Just get your first step out.
Yeah, take that first step, right?
Yeah.
And I really want to encourage people, if you have some kind of dream, something you care about, just take that first step, even if you do it badly. But then also share it with other people, because then you will find people who care about the same thing and people who have some ideas they can share and can help you.
Sure.
Right?
Just get the first step out, then some people will help you, give you a hand or something. Yeah. Very simple.
But it's simple, but if you're worried about making mistakes, maybe you don't take the first step. And I don't know, you kind of have like a confidence from young that you will just talk, you will just do things. But not everybody has that confidence, right? And I really want to encourage people that if you want to do something, when you start, you will do it badly. And that's fine. And do it badly, but try to share it with more people, and you will find teachers. You will find people who want to help you, who want to
get your confidence and just do it.
Yeah. Okay.